My name is Awut, Deng Acuil. I'm the Minister of General Education and Instruction. Your Excellency, the first Vice President and Vice President, all my colleagues, the protocol observed. I really want to thank the expert. This presentation today made it clear the knowledge that our experts can bring on the table to give us an opportunity to make a decision that based on information. And information is power to drive a decision. So for me, when I look at Western Equatoria, the greenery, for me, I called this wetland is a blessing for South Sudan. And if it is a blessing for South Sudan, this is a resource that is supposed to be passed from generation to generation. And we, as South Sudanese, must find a way to protect it for a heritage while making use of it. So, listening to presentation, even the ministry concerned, the Ministry of Water and Irrigation has said it clear, unless I did not hear it well. He said he has advised the minister that let us start with clearing and cleaning, not dredging. And I think feasibility study that has been proposed is we must avoid mistake that we have made. There are roads which were built before the independence, which blocked actually the waterways. And when you block a natural path of water, then you create a problem. And that is why our villages are flooded. Even those places who have never seen flood is because the waterway, the natural path has been blocked. So feasibility study is to help us avoid those mistakes. And it is a must that it has to be done, and then we make our decision. Development must not also create an impact that is negative. There must be a development that will help the people to progress. So I will say recommendation that has come from the experts, I think we need to listen carefully to this and see how best we can develop a roadmap in doing things step by step until we get to the right place. It is said that our communities are living in waters right now, but there are successful stories in many countries that we can learn from how to manage these water resources. As the first Vice President said, how do we control them? But not making decision in a rush in development that is making negative impact to our population. This is one thing. We have seen Road of Barazal, a good example of bridge in Bentiu, and there are many projects that have a negative impact on our population. So I will go in line with the recommendation of experts and giving a room to those experts to come up with the clear steps of recommendation of what should be done in short term, mid term, long term. Development doesn't come one day. So that is the first on the issue of dredging. If I have heard from the ministry concerned, then we should be concerned on how to help the ministry conduct feasibility study and recommendation to fund them. There is no way you can give this national project outside without funding it with your own resources. So that is my first on the issue of dredging. The second, on Jonglei, I don't remember when Jonglei Canal was discussed. And since there is a recommendation before that it has to be reviewed, I think we should review those recommendations made by the ministries concerned, done by experts, to make sure that it's actually address the public interest. In any country, you must put your interest first before you think about other people's interests. Yes, the Nile does not belong to us, but what is the interest of South Sudan in this water Nile? And how can we make use of wetland without destroying it? Because we have a generation to come. So I think the issue of Jonglei Canal need a comprehensive visibility study. It needs consultation with our people. It does not belong to government alone. Anything that affects the people, the government facilitate, as we did during the liberation struggle. We facilitated our people to vote for independence. We did not make decision on their behalf. They made decision on their own. So that will be my stand. And I think since this is a forum where you can express your opinion, not making a decision, then people should be allowed to do that. Because that is what we are here today, is to listen to the expert, but also put a way forward in terms of how we proceed from here later on through this consultation. And I think the local, our people in those areas which are affected, their voices must be heard. Their voices must be heard. Whether they are women, whether they are chief, whether they are children, their voices must be heard on what is going to be their interest in this whole discussion. So I beg to stop here, and I totally agree that legal instrument will help us also to participate with the region and with international community in those transboundary waterways. Otherwise, South Sudan interest first.